Okay, so I'm CammyG, and now that I've shown you how to build around objectives and how to redirect the husks from the spawn, I'm going to give an example, a very basic example, of how to build the actual trap tunnels themselves. And then I will explain, where to put what traps. I'll probably make that a different video, just so the video doesn't go on too long. So, as you can see, I'm just in the twine base. I am here at the north side for the storm shield. I figured I would use this as an example, just because it's a very easy spawn to defend, and with the rumours that well, not rumours, the fact that spawns are coming back in endurances now for this direction, possibly, I figured I would use it as an example. So if you're moving into Twine, you can use this in your actual home base if you want. But, if we were doing this, we'd probably do like we do on the Atlas and, do that, and then probably around that side as well. It doesn't really matter too much because your trap tunnels should take care of everything. So, let's pretend that there's a spawn down there, okay, for the home base. Now, the first thing you want to do when you're making trap tunnels, and when this kind of comes into blocking spawns as well and redirecting, but you want to check, where can they come up. So obviously the main direction is going to be up this ramp here, and that's where about 90% of stuff would go and would want to go. But as you can see, there's like a secondary ramp here that comes up here, and then they can come round up this little ledge here as well. So what we want to do, this is the redirecting part, I guess, is just block off like that, and then round here just do the same with this one, maybe a bit of extra blocking there. Now everything that spawns down here is going to come straight through this middle bit. Okay, so I'm going to show first off a kind of, well, obviously, whoops, this area is 3 wide, as you can see. So I'm going to show, the type of tunnels that you can do when it's 3 wide. I will do that here, and then I'll probably do a different example where it's 2 wide, just to give you an idea of how different you can be. So when it comes to the, oh my, that's not good. Well, there goes those traps. Oh no, we can't even, okay. I didn't realise there was a lava bomb there. There's like a ridge over it as well though, so how... That's weird. We can still work with that though. So the main spawn, it's here. This is where we imagine the spawn would be. So what we can do is block that wall there. They can't. I know you can walk through this, but I don't think husks can. But just be on the safe side, you could do this sort of thing. And then get a wall there. Get a wall there. Get ceilings over all this. And what we do basically is, you could probably put floors here. Okay, just wanted to make sure that didn't blow anything up. So just to be safe, like when there's a spawn, if there was like one of those tentacle, like the spawn, like right here, it would destroy this floor. So you don't want to build floors far enough back so that it gets to the actual spawn itself. For that, you'd put, a ceiling over. But because we have to defend all 10 amplifiers, we can't, we can't build over all of the spawns because we just simply don't have enough structures. But this is an example for, normal missions. If you know where the spawn is, you'd build over it. You could possibly build to the side of it like this and like this. Just be careful with this because if there was a spawn here, having these walls might discourage them from going this way and might, make them want to go up, say, that ramp over there. So, I tend to leave it without walls for those bits. Especially here, because if we have these walls here, and there's a spawn here, the husks might just want to go up there, so probably leave that open. Right, so, now, with the 3 wide bit, we can then block off 2 walls like that, and what this does is makes the husks kind of split up, meaning that one trap isn't going to be handling all of the husks, which means that the durabilities of the traps will last longer. So, you know, anything that spawns near this side will come in this one. We'll put a wall there as well. Anyone's towards the middle will go through the middle, obviously, and then towards the right will go through this side. Then once they get to this point, we can go ahead and block this one, and that will mean that, you know, the stuff from the middle can then decide to go left into this side or to right to that side. Stuff at the right will stay on the right, stuff on the left will stay on the left. Then when we get to this point, we can then put further walls, which basically will just allow us to put more traps in here. Like, for example, now we have two walls opposite each other here. We can put broadsides on these, that sort of thing. And then here we can put ceilings over as well, which we can put traps on. Obviously, this is where the lava bomb is, so we can't build here. But because we have an opening in the middle here, well, yeah, I'll explain here. Basically, you're kind of wanting to snake the enemies. And by that I mean, like, you know, zigzagging like this. So where we have an opening, like here, we then want to block behind it and make an opening next to it. So here, you can guess that on the other side, we would then block the middle and let them come in the sides. And then behind, where we've let them come in, block off again, and then open up where there was a wall. So if that makes sense, great. If it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it, because, like I said, I will be making you know, a fair amount of videos on this, just so that you can grasp the concept, because the more you look at it and the more examples that I can give you, you know, the better your understanding will be. So now that we've got them to come up the middle here, they will just want to come up the middle ramp. So what you can do is you could either, like, block halfway up like that, and you know, as they come up you want to add walls like that, because at the back you can put traps on that. At the side you can put traps, definitely, you know, on the top you can put traps. Either do that, and then at the top block them off here again, just like we did at the bottom, you know, kind of zigzagging them round a bit. Either do that, or just bring them straight up the middle and focus your traps on that. It depends how many structures you want to use. Like for endurance here, if I was building it, I would actually probably block off the sides like this, and then, you know, do the same at the right hand side and just have them come up the middle, just because it would save us structures. But because I'm giving this for an example, mostly for missions in general, I will just show how you would do it, you know, in normal missions. So you want to make them take the longest path, basically. So you know, you have an opening here, you want to block that and then bring them to the middle. Here, like I said, if you wanted to save structures, I mean, to be honest, if I was building this for my endurance, like if this was actually a build for endurance, I'd probably leave it here. Like, this would be the end of it. Maybe I'd, you know, add this much. But, you know, because I'm doing it for normal missions, like I said before, I will build the whole thing. So we have an opening here, so next we want to do is block off in front and bring them round. This is what you do with a 3 wide area, really. If you wanted to save structures, like I said, for the actual mission, for the actual endurance, sorry, you would actually probably do something like this, and have these, and you'd put like wall launchers on here to knock them into these rooms. That's the best thing to do for endurance. But because we're doing it for a mission, again, I'll say it 20 times if I have to, I'll do this type of build. And then, because we've got an opening here, we'll close off again. Hopefully you can see the pattern with it. And then as they come up this ramp, I would just, you know, do normal like that. There's no point putting a wall here and making them go to the sides, because we're at the actual, you know, we're at the objective now, so we might as well just keep them in one single line. And then at this point, this is where you would actually, no matter what, probably, you know, if you were doing a normal mission or not, you would build this sort of thing. Like that, with wall launchers there. Now, the beauty of this is, you know, if we did the other build like that, smashers might charge this, whereas at the moment, because we've got no walls, and we just have a single slant wall there, smashers won't actually charge this. And you can probably get rid of the sides here. Yeah, smashers won't charge. That's a good, if you didn't know, it's good to know that smashers don't charge this. They would if it was a wall like that, though. So the best way to do it is to put, some slowing trap on the floor, and then a launcher to get them into these rooms with a bunch of traps in. So that's the build for it. Hopefully that will, let you understand a bit more how to build. Again, I'm going to be doing plenty of examples, so, look out for those. But if you did find this useful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so that you can see the future ones. They will be, similar to this. And, if you know anyone that might find this useful, maybe someone who's just started playing the game or relatively new to the game, be sure to share it with them. But thanks for watching anyway, and I will see you in the next one.